2017, and let's discuss what this will mean for the future of the franchise. So let me know what you think in the comments down below, and don't forget to hit the like button. We already heard that Horizon Zero Dawn sold 2.6 million units in 2 weeks on the market, and for a console exclusive game this is a really great milestone. For reference, The Witcher 3 sold 4 million units in 2 weeks, but that game was on all platforms, not only PS4, and has a big franchise behind it. There were also 2 games before it. Horizon Zero Dawn is a new property that just started and probably sold more on the PS4 than The Witcher 3 did in the first 2 weeks after release. I mean, 2.6 million units for The Witcher 3 in 2 weeks on the PS4 alone means only 1.4 million units in 2 weeks on Xbox One and PC combined, and I don't really think that that is the case. Another indication that Horizon Zero Dawn sold really well is the fact that Sony is communicating about it. That's only if it's a great milestone indeed. Now we got more positive news. In Europe, Horizon Zero Dawn was the #1 best-selling PlayStation 4 game of the month, and this is against titles like the popular Mass Effect, Andromeda and Ghost Recon Wildlands. Of course, they released later in the month, but it still shows that Horizon Zero Dawn is super popular. In the US, the game got the #2 spot in March 2017, just behind Ghost Recon Wildlands. Remember though that the day 1 sales, the pre-order numbers, were not accounted for in the US since the game came out on February 28 in the US, so without the first day sales, mostly the day that the game sells the most, that all the pre-order numbers are also in, still #2 is really impressive. Also, if you think about the fact that with the day 1 sales on the market, Horizon Zero Dawn reached #2 in February of 2017 in the US. So, conclusion, the game is a huge success. Congratulations, Guerrilla Games. But I truly believe that the series has way more potential. Horizon Zero Dawn was a huge game, but the ending was kinda open, it teased the continuation. And Guerrilla Games already announced, quote, a expansion to the story. While I think and hope that this is DLC, I think it's also safe to say that a sequel is coming. In a recent Game Informer interview, they kinda danced around the fact, saying, quote, "What if you guys would make a sequel, what would you want?" End quote. Check out that video for their answers. And I also see a ton of people in the comments saying, "I hope there will be a sequel, I really hope they will do it." Well, I think that it's a really safe bet. I would pay 100 euros right now, dollars depending on your currency, put it on the table and say, yes, in a few years we will see a new Horizon Zero Dawn game. In fact, I think that Guerrilla Games is already hard at work on the new game. The amazing sales, the fact that they have a ton of ideas for new content, are super excited about the franchise, and the tease at the ending are a ton of indications. But there is more. Over on Guerrilla Games website, on the Join tab, there are a ton of job openings, and they keep coming. They are really on a hiring spree with 14 openings at the time of this recording, and they all fit very well into the Horizon Zero Dawn category. For example, this senior combat assistant designer has to have experience in, quote, designing systems for combat and open world games, end quote. Open world games, huh? And this was posted 9 days ago, and this is also really interesting, quote, Guerrilla Games Amsterdam Studios is working on the PS4 exclusive Horizon Zero Dawn. We're currently looking for a lead system designer to join our team, end quote. Horizon Zero Dawn is already out. They're working on that according to the job post. So maybe for new content for the game or DLC. Anyway, there are more job openings, and they all suggest that Guerrilla Games needs help with new Horizon Zero Dawn content and titles, a sequel. This is just the beginning of the series. The fullest potential is not even reached. I totally believe this. I can really see some sort of toy merchandise happen as well. Lego versions of our favorite machines, mobile apps, etc, etc. With Uncharted now ending, Nathan Drake going into the background, Sony needs a new PlayStation franchise to carry the torch, and I think that Horizon Zero Dawn is that. The core systems are already there, the game already looks amazing. The only thing we need is just more stuff to do. And with the recent kinda quietness surrounding the new features, etc, and the patches, I kinda hope that they're not skipping support for the game we have now and are already moving on to the next one, because that would be a shame. But we will have to wait and see. If there's anything that you need to know regarding Horizon Zero Dawn, I will let you know. Subscribe to stay up to date, like the video if you did, and of course let me know in the comments down below if you agree that Guerrilla Games is probably already working on the next